Let's get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy Coach DC coming back at you today with another video. So figure I'd answer a couple questions. First question, manual press. Yes, very effective, extremely effective. Even more effective on this game, or on the beta. Let's start calling it the beta. Simply because it's the AI people, they cover better, and so, you know what I'm saying, things are just in more order. I mean, you still get beat on certain routes and all that kind of stuff, but you know what I'm saying, it's a bit more of a challenge to throw the ball. Again, I'll say it again, you have to not only throw in the time that the window's open, you have to make the right throw. Because if you throw it late, yeah, it could get snatched or knocked down, better yet. But yeah, the press thing is good. The movement is better, and so and faster. And so that's one thing I'm talking about a little bit in this video, is your processing speed is going to have to get faster. So for those who struggle to read defenses, man, bro, step to the head of the class, sir. Or ma'am, because you're gonna have to read even faster, and things are gonna process and go faster. So like I was talking to one of my homies today, he said you really are gonna have to know your offense and know your keys, prior to, pre-snap, and to at least have an idea. Because I'm telling you, man, some of these zones, I played some games now, and so some of these zones that people come up with online, I'm telling you, when they drop those edges or bluff blitz, man, hey man, the bluff blitz is kind of crazy. Let me just throw that out there. The bluff blitz gives you a different reaction this year than probably it ever has, and so yeah, it's just it's a million moving parts to this thing right now. I'm telling you, I'm like on information overload. It's like I got like probably 5 pages of notes just in my time on the game, just the stuff that I'm just reminding myself of. But I mean, one of the things that I hear people talk about is there's no base align, and trust me, if there ever was a year for there not to be base align, it's this year. Because to me, the playing field is more even, simply because of the elephant in the room. Everyone has all of the hot routes, and so you're going to see different teams. You're going to see you're going to see probably more variety of teams this year, especially in MCS or just overall, when you play your ranked games online or whatever. You're going to see more teams being used because of the availability of all the hot routes. And I'm telling you, there are the route combinations are insane. Like, you can just really come up with some really good stuff, even in down around the goal line in tight quarters. It's just a lot of routes that you can put on the field together that kind of sync from a timing perspective. If you can read from right to left or high to low, man, you can cook it. You can cook on this game. I'm telling you, don't listen to the people who everybody's saying you can't cook on this game. Oh no, you can cook on this game. Bet that. And a lot of it has to do, to me, well, in my opinion, a lot of it has to do with it's really the rat catching. To me, it's not. Everyone's complaining about the aggressive catching. Well, I'll get to that maybe tomorrow or whenever. But the rat catching, like the short proximity, just simply get the ball in the playmaker's hands and let them, turn up the field and make a guy miss and all that kind of stuff. Man, that's where it's at on this game. Because if you have guys with really good short route running, good short area quickness to change of direction, man, your guys are gonna shake loose. You're gonna be able to get free from the coverage. But again, there are remedies, and so you're just gonna have to be sure of the route combinations you put on the field and where you want to go. And don't forget, there is the pressure element, because defensive tackles, dominant defensive tackles, I'm not going to fully say they've made a return because I haven't really just played enough yet. But I do see where the dominant defensive tackles, they make it very difficult for you to step up in the pocket on this game. And so, and if that's the case, if it's difficult for you to step up in the pocket on this game, man, boy, it's the passing angles and the passing windows become very a difficult place to navigate, let's say. So you just have to be sure the routes you put on the field, make sure your combinations are good, and just, hey man, go and get that read system virtual. You might as well start practicing now, for real, man. That's a hot virtual. Go get that read system virtual. And so, yeah, you just have to understand the kind of routes that you can put on the field and the type of throws to make. And that's evident now in Madden, just understanding, like, when to drop a low touch throw in there or not throw it as hard. You know what I'm saying? And so touch will be a big thing on this game. I am here to tell you, man, you're going to have touch, especially if you plan on throwing the ball anywhere between that 10-20 yard range or a little bit over. Yeah, you're gonna have to really have some good touch in order, because quite simply, it is very easy to over or underthrow a ball on this game, especially if your footwork is not in order. I just haven't experienced. I know I keep hearing people talk about the escape artist stuff, and I'm like, I just haven't seen it yet. I mean, I've played some guys that have played with. I think I played the Ravens like 3 times at least. I think I played the Ravens. I played the Panthers. The Texans. Hell, the guy the guy who played with the Texans. He had the best. He gave me the most problems running the quarterback, simply because he was running up just by time and slide and still making his reads. But I just, if you get your contains on the field now, the thing is, the contains have changed a little bit, and I don't mean like how they play necessarily per se, but it's like how you access them. I think you have to switch bumpers this time. And y'all got to understand, I'm playing on Xbox right now. So, once I get the game on PlayStation, then I'll talk more button specifics. But, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you just have to have the right defenses on the field in terms of the contains. But I'm telling you, the rat catching, getting back to that, the rat catching it's just evident in every aspect of the passing game, whether it's deep, and you have a step on a guy, because the underneath defenders do a much better job. The AI defenders, and anybody who's played the beta will tell you this, the AI defenders do a much better job of playing underneath. To me, that's probably the most irritating part of the game right now, is trying to navigate the ball trajectory and getting it over the underneath defenders. But I'll come back tomorrow, man. We'll talk about that high ball stuff and aggressive catch, man. Anyway, man, y'all enjoy your evening. It's your boy, Coach.